Hello friends, this is Renee with Scrappy Ray Paper Crafts. It's been a while since I've made a video, but I'm so excited to show you these new colors that we have. We have new pads and new colors. So I'm going to open them up. I already took time to label them, but there's a label on the back. You can see what's left here. And I literally just put the actual name of this one, Barely Blush, on each end. And then when I opened it up, I put one on each side. It's not in English, but it doesn't matter. It just tells me the color. And that way I always have the correct container with the correct lid. And if I'm stamping and I have multiple ones open, which could be the case for many of us, I can look and tell what color the pad is. So that's just a quick tip. I do that with all of my ink pads. I use all of the stickers and then I'm good to go. So these new pads are inspired by Close to My Heart. They are magnetic, which is a close to my heart item, and they're similar in size to our old pads. It's a little bit more narrow, but it will still fit in your current Stampin' Up! Case. It'll just stick out a little further. Fellow demonstrator Patty Bennett says that she took shims to put behind her shorter pads so that they're uniform in the front when she looks at it. So currently the only ink pads that are available in this new stamping case are the in colors. We'll see in the fall if Stampin' Up! Starts changing more of the colors over. There are a few things to note about this new pad. Obviously, the first one I said it's magnetic and it's different in shape, but it's also a foam pad, which is going to stamp different. If you have any of the 1-inch ink spots that we sell, they come in the Paper Pumpkin kit as well. Those are felt pads, so you'll see a difference in the stamping. And I'm going to stamp with both the old pad and the new pad today to show you the difference between the two. There's a little bit of a learning curve with it because it's felt, but we'll walk through that. These colors are so pretty. This Barely Blush makes me think of weddings and babies. It's pretty close to the Bubble Bath, like a lighter shade of the Bubble Bath, but very tender, gentle. Then there's Golden Glow. It's very earthy, makes me think of butterscotch pudding of all things. I know, very weird, but Golden Glow. Then there's Crisp Cantaloupe, very summery. Hydrangea Hue, which reminds me of the Boho Blue we had a few years ago. And then Peaceful Pine. I really like the Peaceful Pine. It was actually on back order for a while. For those of us who are demonstrators, we get to order early, and I did not get on soon enough. And I had to wait, just like you guys, to get my ink pads. But they are here now, and I'm excited to get started with them. I want to show you some of my product of the month, new things that they're doing for Stampin' Up! If you spend $75 or more on one single order, not only do you get your Stampin' Rewards, but you have the option of purchasing another product for $5. And they're full-size products. They're not samples. They're full-size. So then this one, sorry, we'll start with this one. This is February. This is a full pack of paper, which you normally would pay anywhere from $15 to $20. It's the double-sided. I should pull some out to show you. This one's no longer available, so I probably shouldn't spend so much time on it, but I pulled it out because I thought it went really well with these new colors. Sometimes Stampin' Up! Will put colors out as a hint of what our new colors are going to be. Doesn't that just scream in color, even though it's retired? Yeah, so this was our February product of the month. Lots of fun designs on there. And then our March item is this full set of stamps, Notes of Spring. And then April is the eyelet die. Again, these are full-size products. They are not samples. The May product I'm getting, it's vellum. It's a very pretty patterned vellum, but I don't have it yet. It's shipping. And I haven't even used this one yet. But it's a full-size die for $5. So great deal. If you're buying product anyway, might as well go ahead and get the free product. Okay, so for our stamping, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm using the Greenery Lane because it gives me the wording, it gives me outline, and it gives me fill. So we're going to see how that goes. I'm going to start with my Strawberry Slush and see how it goes with that one. Another thing about this new pad is, you know, sometimes you get ink on your fingers from opening and closing the pads. Some people will open them this way. Some people will open them this way, which I don't have much luck opening that way. So I stick with this way. But these magnetic ones are easier, especially if your hands bother you. So with this pad, you literally can see when you set it down, you see the ink. It picks up the ink and you don't have to do much to it. And then you come over and you stamp. And when it's a clear stamp, you want to leave it sit for just a minute so that the ink can release from the stamp onto the paper. See there? Very crisp, clean markings. And then the filler, I like to stamp off so that you can see. So I'm going to put that on there. I'm going to pull over a piece of scrap paper. I'm going to stamp on the scrap to take off some of my ink. And then I'm going to hopefully line it up. I don't want to put my head in your face, so I'll try to do my best at a distance. But then I'm going to line it up. Again, let it sit on there for just a minute to release the color. And there you go. It's very pretty. And lastly, I'll do the word. Love and hugs. I say that a lot. Oh, I must have a hair on there. If you ever have those fine lines, hold your stamp up to the light and you will most likely find a hair or lint, something. And there is an eraser you can use. I'm not going to do it right now because this is just a sample, but this eraser right here, it's a mono for ink sand eraser, and it literally will remove the light amount of ink. Now, if you get a big blob on there, it will not come off, but it does a great job of removing fine lines. So let me make sure that I have the hair off of there for the next one. I'm going to close this one up. This was Strawberry Slush, in case you were wondering. Next, I'm going to do Barely Blush. I'm not going to do all three for the Barely Blush because that's going to be harder for you to see. But I'm going to do, I'll do the Love and Hugs. And so here we go. It's my first time stamping with this new ink pad. We'll see. I've been told you need to tap. See, like how I put it down? It didn't do like this one and instantly suck up the color. So I have to tap it down. You can turn it over and look. I can see that it's very wet. So I'll go ahead and set that down. Leave it for a second and pull it back up. What do you think? I'm not sure. We'll see. I'll do the outline. See what that one does. I do like the outline. I'm not sure about the words. We'll see. But pale colors tend to have a harder time showing. So get these cleaned up, and then we'll go on to Golden Glow and see what happens there. I love that. See, they will click right together. Let's see, make sure this is dry. Pull this in so you can see it. Oh. All right, you ready? I don't know, people, what do you think? Do you like the way the new color goes? It's solid. I'm not sure if it's my stamp pad, but I've got little spots. That one came out clear. Let's see how this one does. Stamp off, and then go on here and stamp. Oh, I like that. I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay, 2 colors down, 3 to go. Tell me what you think of these colors. Next up is the Crisp Cantaloupe. I'm so not used to these. So I keep wanting to set it aside. I don't need to set it aside. All right. Here goes the Crisp Cantaloupe. It looks very bubbly on here. I don't know, maybe I'm not inking it enough. Try again. That's better. There is a definite difference between the two. And we'll do the outline. And sometimes it has to do with the viscosity of the ink, because some of our inks, you'll notice when you go to refill them, the ink comes out of the pad or out of the bottle really fast, and then other inks come out really slow. So I'm wondering if this is going to be one that the ink comes out fast, and therefore it doesn't coat the stamp the same. Okay, so that one is the Crisp Cantaloupe. See how these are all muted? I love that. I'm not into the bright springy colors. I'm more of a fall color. All right, here comes the Peaceful Pine. See what it does. Oh, try that one again. I'm not used to having to tap on the ink pad so much. That's better. There's something, let's see, on the H. There's something on the H. Get that off of there. Try that again. Oh. See how this one goes. Oh, that's better. I gave that one a little more pressure. I'm not so sure about pressure on these things, but I'll try giving it a little more pressure and see how that goes. Next up, we'll do the leaves. And then we'll fill it in. And again, I'm going to fill it. I'm going to stamp off. Oh, that's not going to work. Fill it, stamp off, and then fill in my leaves. Yeah. So maybe just applying a little more pressure than what we're used to. And the last one is Hydrangea Hue. So of these, which one is your favorite? Which one do you like? Of course, for me, it's all things green, except right now I'm leaning more towards the Golden Glow. I'm not sure about the green on here. I like the green. It's just not my favorite shade. My favorite shade of all of our greens is Mossy Meadow, followed by Old Olive. Very much an earth tone person. All right, let's do the outline of the leaf. I have a feeling this is going to be bubbled because I didn't press very long. Not bad, not hateful. And then the last, we're going to do the fill in. I'm going to try really hard to get full coverage on here. Flip this over, take off some of that ink, and then come over here and put ink on. Oh, you know which one I didn't fill? Was the pink. I should pull that back out. Okay, there's the Hydrangea Hue. I really like that one too. I think these two are my two favorite colors. Which those of you know me know that it's always green, but no, not this time. All right, let's see what happens with the Barely Blush. I'm going to stamp off and fill in my leaf. Oh, you can barely see it. Of course, Barely Blush. But I like it. So there you go. I hope that you learned something from this video. Press harder than what you would on these pads, and maybe more than once. Give yourself some grace to get used to it. Practice like I did. Get a sheet of cardstock to practice, because you can see, like, my first one has some little white spots. This one I got something on it. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look at that E and see if there's something wrong with the stamp, but here I got something on it, so I stamped again, and you can see a huge difference between those two. I had something on my stamp there as well. And the same here. Here I didn't get enough ink on, so practice on some cardstock first to get used to the stamp and get used to how it works before you ruin your beautiful cards. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, would you please give me a thumbs up, like, and follow my YouTube page. And for more tips and tricks, card ideas, you can follow me on Facebook at Scrappy Wraith Paper Crafts. Thanks. Bye.